The Super Bowl is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Parties, and you know what that means. Food. From salsas to dips and everything under the sun. If you're hosting or you just need to bring something, look no further than right here. This roasted tomatillo salsa is super fresh, tangy, spicy, salty, acidic, you name it, this hits. If you like the sound of that and you're gonna be sticking around, let's turn up the heat. For this salsa, I'm going to be mashing it in my brand new Mortar and Pestle. If your Mortar and Pestle or Molcajete is seasoned, perfect. If not, let's season it together. We begin by adding dry rice. All you're doing here is crushing down that rice into a fine powder. It's going to fill in all those holes and cracks, and it's going to get rid of any loose rock that you certainly don't want to be eating inside the food once you put it in there. Once you're done grinding that rice, dump it out, and now we're going in with a coarse ground salt. I've got one person to shout out for this Mortar and Pestle, and that's my beautiful, kind, loving girlfriend. Now the same thing, both sides, up around the edge, get the top of this bowl. And once this salt is kind of almost like a powder, dump this and rinse it. Take 2 cloves of garlic and begin to grind. Once this garlic is completely ground down and all over every surface, give it a final rinse, and now your Mortar and Pestle is ready to be used. These right here are known as Mexican husk tomatoes, aka the tomatillo. They're super sweet, tangy, and tart. They come with their own little jacket. So first, all you're gonna need to do is take these jackets off. Underneath the skin is the flesh. It's fairly sticky. Once those little green jackets are removed, next is a jalapeno. And after the jalapeno gets added, we're adding a whole onion. Now for this onion, all you're gonna do is cut it into quarters. And now add these quarters to your tray. You can break them up a bit into each individual little cup. And finally, about 5 cloves of garlic. All you're gonna do is crush them just to get that skin off the clove. And now once that skin's off, all you're gonna do is add them to your tray. Now toss just a touch of oil over these. Give them a quick toss until everything's coated. Sprinkle in some salt, and now roast all this in a 425-degree oven for around 20 minutes. Right out of the oven, after about 20 minutes, everything has a nice char on it. The tomatillos are ready to be mashed down. Starting with your jalapeno and a couple onions, begin to crush. Once your onions and peppers on your first go start to get kind of crushed down and mashed up, add in a couple tomatillos and some more onions. And finally, add in the rest. After constantly mixing for about 20 to 25 minutes and it's mashed up just like this, go ahead, toss in about 20 sprigs worth of cilantro leaves. You're gonna press these down to the bottom and grind them. After that cilantro, squeeze in half of a lime. Once that lime's in, now all you need to do, add some more salt and just a touch of ground cumin. Every homemade salsa needs some homemade chips. My favorite are the ones from Chipotle with that lime and salt, so let's do it. Starting with the tortillas, go ahead, cut them into quarters. Now that the tortillas are cut, go ahead and drop in your tortillas. Once the tortillas get nice golden brown and crispy, go ahead, toss in a little bit of lime juice. And as you're tossing, sprinkle in some salt. And now this crunch is gonna be unreal. Take these chips a little past the golden brown side and you get this. Nice and toasty, not burnt, but just slightly dark. It has a slight bitterness to it, and that bitterness will play nicely with the tangy, the salty, the spicy. You kind of got it all wrapped up into one. You're hitting basically every single flavor. And these things are addicting to eat. Here's that beautiful salsa. A little chunky, you got some kind of larger onion pieces, cilantro leaves. Really nice. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's taste it. That crunch has got me closing my eyes. I'm anticipating the crunch because it's so like violent. I'm like, whoa! This right here is tasty. You could probably put a little more jalapeno in there. If you're going to a Super Bowl party, definitely consider bringing this. If you're not and you just want salsa, definitely consider making this. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, peace.